Hi, second grade. This is your last set of directions for week 4, day 5. So this day, we are going to go ahead and skip the characters page. You can take that out. You can also take out the emotions and art page and that page. So you get to take out 3 pages today, boys and girls. However, I am going to have you add one in because we did not do those. I'm going to have you go to the social studies page. So let's go all the way to social studies. Oh, you're there. And I want you to do this letter to a service worker today. Who would you like to write a letter to? So this could be a fireman, a woman, or a firewoman, a lunch staff member, a nurse, a doctor, whoever you'd like to write a letter to. And then dear, and you put their name. And then I want you to write at least 4 sentences or 5 and tell them how you're doing, ask them how they're doing, maybe encourage them, say thank you for all that they have been doing and how much you appreciate them. Okay? And then you will write your name down here on the bottom. First and last name. Make sure your sentences make sense. You have the correct spelling of the words and that you have capital letters at the beginning of your sentence and end marks at the end of your sentence. Please make sure they also make sense. Okay, going back to day 5 then. Okay, I had told you could cross out that page. The best self interview is what I'm also going to have you do. You're going to interview, which means ask questions, to a caring adult or family member about a time when they saw you be your best self. Okay, so ask your mom or your dad. They will probably know the best, unless maybe you have a grandma or grandpa that also live with you, and maybe that could do it. You might be able to ask a big sister or big brother as well. But ask when there was a time when they saw the best self of you, and then draw a picture about this time that they described, and then how did you feel hearing about this time that you were your best self? How did you feel when your sister said you were your best self at that time, or your brother, or your mom or your dad? Did it feel good? Did it feel bad? Were you kind of embarrassed? Let me know what you felt, how you felt. And then for grammar, I'm going to have you, you're going to be doing subject and object pronouns. Subject pronouns are used as the subject of a sentence, so they're usually at the beginning of a sentence. I, we, you, he, she, they, and it are examples of subject pronouns. Object pronouns are used to replace a noun in which received the action. They are usually me, us, you, him, her, it, and them. They are usually in the middle to the end of the sentence. So you are going to write the bold words in the subject or object pronoun column. So look at here at this first one. We listen to Dad slay jokes. Is we a subject pronoun or an object pronoun? Come up here and look at your options. It looks like we is in the subject pronouns, so you are going to write we right there, okay? Now I'm going to skip number 2 and I'm going to go to number 3. The artist will draw it from memory. I can find it in the subject pronoun, so it will also be there, okay? So you can write it. You'll put somewhere in here too. I kind of want you to put the words beside where the sentence is. So like if I was the subject also, it would go right here in the middle. Okay. If me is an object, I want you to go over here. Don't put it at the top of theirs, just so I can see that it goes with that sentence. Okay. Which it looks like me is. Okay. So that's how I want you to do that page, boys and girls. Okay. And then this last part, boys and girls, is just like it actually is multiplication and addition. Okay. which I know you don't do multiplication until you go to 3rd grade. So let me help you out here. This is equal groups. So you have equal groups of oranges in that first picture, okay? So Max and Sana are buying lots of fruit to make smoothies. Look at the arrays, that's what those pictures are, of fruit on the left, and then fill in the blanks on the right to find out how much of each they will buy. Okay, so if I'm looking at the peaches for right now, or the oranges, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, okay, there are 1, 2, 3 rows, okay, and how many are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there are 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, and there are 6 of them in each. That's 6 times 3, boys and girls. Okay, if you count all of these all together, you will find out what 6 times 3 is. So count all these oranges or all these peaches, whichever you're calling them, and write the answer here. But now you have to write it also in addition form. Okay, there are 3 blanks right here before you get to the answer. So if there's 3 blanks, those blanks are going to count for the rows, okay? So in those 3 blanks, you are going to write 6, because out of the 3 rows, there are 6 oranges or 6 peaches, whichever one you were calling them. Okay, so 6 plus 6 plus 6 is what? Does it match what this said if you count every single one of these? Okay. And then you'll do the same thing on the apples, and the same thing on the pears. Now, blueberries are going to be a little different because they are set up, the array is set up a little differently than these addition ones, okay? So, in here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of blueberries, okay? But you don't have 5 blanks here. However, let's see how many blueberries are in each row. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 blueberries in each of the rows. So actually, boys and girls, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks. So instead, you're using the rows as your numbers in here. So these are all going to be 5s because there are 5 rows of 4 blueberries. Okay, so you're going to add 5 4 times and get the answer, and then you're going to write your multiplication sentence, which is 5 rows of 4 blueberries. Okay, and how many does that equal total? So how many blueberries total? And then bananas are going to be just like you did up here on the oranges, apples, and pears. So I'll let you go ahead and do that. Okay, that is all the direction. Oh, wait. Yes. That is all the directions, boys and girls, for this week. I'm not going to have you do any more social studies pages or any more science other than the ones that I had you do on day 2 and then on today, just the writing to a social worker or writing to an essential worker or whatever they're asking you to write to. So that is all the directions. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will try to help you with them. Thank you. Bye.